So these are the barrels that we have picked up down there for Old B's tank. So this is the tiles that Old B has selected on my video. Today is August 17, Monday, and I was not expecting Junel to work because he was like, oh, I got bad back, all the alibis last week, but the missus has got her way, so he's back working again today. So we're continuing with our fencing project. I'm also having another project inside my house that I'm hiring Jirel, another builder here, to do that, because you know, like Old B have a lot of stuff. He buys things and then when he don't like, oh, store it. And my storage room is now so full up. So I'll be making a storage area beside my garden, just about 2 meters but long, so it won't affect so much of the look of the garden. It will be like a discreet thing, so it will be just to give me that extra storage, because you know, I want all my things the store out of the house, so it's all just spacious, neat and tidy. So I'm here now on my fencing project, and I'm gonna take the boys down to get the blue barrels, because I had a call that the blue barrels can be picked up now, so I have to go down with them. So I'm here now. I'm gonna have to look for the boys. So they are here. Oh, by the way, Willie is working today, and he's clearing out JT's lot because he has actually harvested his corn, not his ginger like he calls it. So you can see him there, and his wife. Junel! So Junel is continuing working here. He's setting up the footings for the next line of trench and column. 5. So we're gonna be picking up the barrels. So you can see here it's all getting ready. So we are just going down. Wala man siya kanang higtanan. Kuha sa dito sa inyo. Ato at nga ka sa kuan, so Junel has to pick up his driver's license first. I'll just wait for him on the front of the gate. So Julito is now setting up all the forms on the side of the next trench. So like you see here, we are extending the rebars, so we will just connect to the turner's column when they're ready, so it gives it more strength. So we will just be pouring until where the column is. So there is 2 columns here. And then they will be filing it up. And I will show you later what I plan to make into a storage area in my garden, you know, because I could just move the plants a little bit and it will be just next to the wall, but it be a long one that will give me plenty of storage. Of like Old B really likes collecting things as well. And by doing that, I'll pre my storage now. That will be my sewing room, you know, that because that's quite a nice area, and I will have it all tiled and with windows. Like, I even if it's storage, I don't want it. I want it to be like pleasant as well when I go in, so I could organize everything, which is the house, which is the collection, which is the um like to be discarded. So this is what we're working on right now, and you can see here old Farmer Willie is back on JT's land. He'll be going forward towards the Turner. So he has been harvesting his corn, in which I was given a few cobs, but that was really nice. And then in 3 weeks he will be harvesting his ginger, because he said his ginger is not ready to be harvested yet. So I'll be going out in a minute to just pick up the blue barrels of Old Bee. I'm here again in the factory where I'm gonna pick up the plastic blue barrels of Old Bee. The one for his koi carp pond. So hopefully we'll pick it up this time. All the factory workers now are trying to have their lunch, so they have to punch out. So these are the drums that they have here. Is what they make here is like those cocoa, sweetened cocoa, or anything that they make here, that they use those drums for, like sugar, glucose, and all this. And some of them are like the orange one is into the lotion, dishwashing liquid, and stuff. But the one in the yellows are in the food area. May tao dong. So they're all having their breaks now, 12 o'clock. So we have our 5 barrels and we're on our way home. And the barrels are 1,000 pesos each, and it is like the cocoa mix for food. So it's not poisonous Old Bee. So this is the 5 food barrels that I have purchased at 1,000 pesos each in that factory, and I have 15 more coming. So this one will keep Old Bee quiet for a while until he creates his filtration system for his fish. We're stopping here in Gemini because we're gonna buy some lines for the build, but you can see this is the sort of barrel that people use. They are made in India, but this is what they'd use for storage of food and other, some are chemicals, but I order mine in food, the one that they use for food. So Old Bee will have his workout out on this to clean it up and to shape it the way he wanted it to be. So that's a good start. Then I have 15 more coming. So these are the barrels that we have picked up down there for Old Bee's tank. So you can see that it's on good condition because it's all food tanks. It's all food barrels. So that's good buy for 1,000 pesos each. Then we have to get 15 more. Going down to check on my fencing project. I'm expecting the boys will be there. It's such a gloomy day today. It keeps on raining. It is a rainy season right now here in the Philippines. At least it's only rain, not typhoon, that we're hitting here in Cebu. So I'll just quickly check and then I'll go to pick up the tiles of Old B, because you know he sent me over to film those 60 by 60 tiles and now he wants me to purchase it. And Old B is taking advantage that I like going out. I like meeting people, and most of the time he just sit down and give his orders like Henry VIII. So I'll be going out later and also to pick up his tile. So I got backup job when it's raining for the dads to do. And this morning I got somebody approach me. I have that helped me in the past, like when I had a party. He does all the cooking, him and his wife, and he was so annoyed that the place that he's working as a builder maintenance on a place. He was retrenched when he's the oldest one there, and was told that we will just call you in a week's time. And so at first that was okay. Then he was back to work for another month, and now this is like the third time that he's been retrenched again. So he's really upset that he applied for a job working for me here, but I will assign him to where my castle is, all the things that I want to be done there, so he can have a job. Because like I said to Oldby, do I have anything for him to do? And then Oldby said, you got the storeroom to do, you got the walls rendering to do, you got the workshop to do. So perhaps I do need one. But right now we are here on the fencing project, and Junel, I was not expecting him to work today, but seems like the missus win again. So he's acting that he's not been very well, got a bad back, didn't work with the missus because he was absent for 3 days. Remember, I didn't have coverage Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but the missus had enough of the weekend as well. So 5 days rest. So the missus don't buy the acting of Junel. So they are now pouring the trench. I seen that Farmer Willie is also helping there. So you see, they got the vibrator on for the pour. And this is what they've done since coming back at 1 o'clock. So this will be in line with that last column, last panel that Jonelle has done last time. So since they're pouring, Farmer Willie is also helping. So they have done the pour. So they'll just be waiting for it to dry a little bit while they're having their snacks. And then Jonelle will start filing here on the side and level it up. So we have reached now to the point where we have to stop before the turner's marker so they can build their own gate. So this is what it looks like here now. There will be 2 panels more and we are done on this side. We will go on the other side. So Farmer Willie is now back here clearing out JT's lot. He's almost done and then he goes on my remaining lot on the way to the Turner's next. So they just asked him to have assistance to the pour because Jonelle got a bad back, so he will be the one putting it on their buckets. And then the low help with the lifting up. The music you can hear because there's some birthday party some there on the grandson of the old couple that I gave the budget bungalow to. So there he is. They're trying to file the hollow blocks out there later. So there he is. That is the Arlene, the mother of Jonelle and the wife of Junito. But you can see that Farmer Willie is almost here on the potlon nun dyan na ano yung Will. Kanang nasbat to. Kanang kahoy ba? Kamunggay din na. Putlon. Uy, mo tubo na nga. Lagi. So that's, I said, what's that tree that's starting to grow? It's just only a malunggay, so they will just cut it off later. Maigo niya skuan. Bato. Okay ra? Just cut it off so he can, it won't grow back. So he'll be until here and then continue there. It's really gloomy day. So I have to go because I have to pick up the tiles. Those are the 1,200 hollow blocks that they have picked up last week. It more than 1,200, of course. And we had some here on the side of the hollow multi-cab. So that's the 2 panels, last 2 panels on this side. And then we will be digging towards a slant on this side now. and then towards where the start of JT's lot. I'm going down to the city to buy the tiles of Old B, and we can pick it up tomorrow. And you can see that it's now raining on and off here in Cebu City. It usually rain in the afternoon on and off, and then heavy downpour at night, and then it's very sunny again in the morning, so you can't do much really. But at least we are now on the filing, which can be, we can put a tarp over, then we still can do the filing. Like right now they're putting on the tarps, but here on the bottom of the hill it seems to be raining harder than we are up there. The hill is only like drizzles, and it only rains so much at night, but here it seems to be really drizzling hard. Because I don't even bring my umbrella because it's only like slight drizzles, only my big hat. So I'll be showing you the tiles that Old B has chosen in my videos, the 60 by 60, now that he has give up on the parquet flooring. Then I have reserve work for rainy days for the boys. I'm now here in the main road, Talamban, so I'll be joining the Talamban highway in a minute, but I will just stop in Grand Mall because now I'm out. I'll just have to pick up a lug cake from Red Ribbon because my daughter fancies that one. So now that I'm here, I'll just might as well pick up a takeout for Old B because I know he likes his Indian food and saves me from cooking. So here I am. I think you're familiar with this route. It's really gloomy here in Cebu City. As long as it rains after the working hours, it's fine with me. But when we're working, it's really annoying when it's pissing down with rain. And you know what I mean? They work slow down because they just have to stop, and it's not good for an employer for when it's raining and you go outside work. That's why I'm picking up the tiles of Old B, like ordering his tiles, and sent me out again to pick up his tiles. Now I'll have the people picking up the tiles tomorrow. Because it's 120 pieces, he calculated it at 60 by 60 for his bar alone. Now this is the main Talamban road, and as you can see, it's now getting traffic. There's influx of cars going on and off now, off to and fro rather. So here we go. So I'll just turn off so I could park properly in Grand Mall, and then continue on when I'm in Home Builders. On my way now to Home Builders, after I pick up the Red Ribbon cake, you can see it's getting darker and darker, the skies. It's gonna be a heavy downpour soon, but I hope it's after 5 o'clock. It's now 4 o'clock, so 1 more hour. Then, before the boys will be off, then they can do more. Like sorting the block work, not just stop and you're paying the wages, you know? So you can see that we don't have a nice weather right now here in the Philippines. It's the rainy season, but thankfully we don't have typhoons that hitting Cebu, so we can't complain. But of course there should always be something to complain now that mind is like, I hope it don't rain after. It will rain only after 5 o'clock. So I'm here in the usual Banilad Road, Talamban Banilad Road, and I'm going underneath the overpass up ahead so I could go to Mandaue City. It's not so bad traffic right now. And today, Monday, is even day. So I'm on my small car. There's a bar here. You go on this side, go. So this is the tiles that Old B has selected on my video. It's like maroon, brownish, gold, like the one we have in our bedroom. But it matches the tiles better on the walls of his bar room. So I don't mind this one because I do like that tiles. I like the color and I like the design, so you don't need to keep on pointing out the right direction because it's a random kind of design. Although they have this, but this is more of a lightish brown gold, and this is like stripes. So I like this one because I'm familiar with the color. It matches the color palette that we have been like in our castle, like the golden yellow, golden maroon, gold green, you know, like the royal colors. I just finished buying the tiles of Old B for his bar, and I'll be picking it up by Friday because the stocks are still on the other side of, you know, their other building, not there. It has to be taken there, and they have a skeletal workforce. So Friday was my schedule to pick it up in the multi-cab, 120 tiles, and then I also include heavy duty tile adhesive. So it's not so much, only 10 bags. So the multi-cab can carry it. And it's now 6 o'clock, but it's so dark because it's rainy season here in the Philippines. As you can see, traffic is now becoming more and more like normal. And look what you're looking at here. I think there's another, I hope there's no flood in San Carlos because little rain make them flood all the time. But this is what you can see here at night that I'm sharing to you. I just passed by San Carlos. I'm glad there's no flood because it's always flooding there, even a small rain. And you can see that I'm still around in Talamban area because the traffic is really like normal rush hour time. And you see a lot of people there in bicycles, 2 here and 2 in the back as well. And it's raining. This is our normal traffic, you know, rush hour traffic. It's like this. Only move a little bit, then a little bit, then a little bit. It takes a while for you to go home.